Hi everyone, this is SWChris. I'm from SW City, and today we are on building Zelda. We are going to be starting on Link's house, and I just wanted to take a quick second to thank you guys for the wonderful reception for the first episode. It really went over like gangbusters. Even got a voxel sniper developer saying that it was a cool series and that he'd tune in on the live stream. So if you want to watch these on live stream, be sure to go to twitch.tv/SWChrisMC and hit follow to be notified in your email inbox whenever I go online. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the time lapse starting now. As the map zooms out here, you can see me laying down my pallet blocks. Now we're going to go ahead and get started on the floor plan of Link's house. Now I'm toying with what type of blocks I'm going to use, and I settle on oak wood, and then a brown clay border. The walls are a little bit different than what's in the game. It's going to be one stone layer followed by 2 wool layers. Now I'm playing around with bed designs. I want the bed to take up the same amount of space that it takes up in the game, and Minecraft beds are too small. Now here I am laying out the table, and I decide to change the wood to jungle wood. Now I'm going to play around with shelf and kettle designs. And here I am detailing some of the interior. I decided to add a small kitchenette to fill out some of the white space left on the walls. And I move the walls in 1 block towards the center on one side. So the reason I'm adding some extra stuff here is because in 3D, things take a lot less space than they do in a 16-bit tile set, even when you're building in Minecraft. And so you're going to need to do something with the extra space. Now here you can see me playing with different design ideas for the front of Link's house. I'm working mainly on the windows and trying to see what looks pleasing to the eye while still keeping the same general overall feeling of what's in the game. Now I decide that the roof looks a little bit too much like a Pizza Hut, so I switch to netherrack bricks and give the roof a shallower slope. In order to light up the exterior, I decide to put 2 glowstone lamps underground with pistons underneath bushes to hide them. I think I'll change the pistons to green stained glass once we update to 1.7. The glass will blend in better with the grass and the bushes. Here I am detailing some of the other sides of the exterior. You can see the support pillars. They come out a little bit too much, so I get rid of them and add some hay and cargo boxes just to kind of make the place look lived in. Now on the back I decide to add a small lean-to to shelter some wood, and I weather the ground out back to make it look well traveled. On the east side I hide the kitchenette area with an extra layer of stone and wood and extend the weathered path along the side of the house. Now here I am finishing up the roof. I try to create something that's more reminiscent of the game with the 4 posts poking through the roof, but ultimately, I don't really like it. Now I'm proceeding to detail the interior of the building some more, especially now that the roof was on. I add some bookcases and play around with the design a bit, add some lighting, a painting, and a few other odds and ends. And then I begin detailing the outside, extending the path towards the main road down below, adding some stones and some grass, and, instead of fences, a stable for Epona. Because the world is going to be so huge, you're going to want some faster transportation than just walking around on foot like you do in the original game. Because the scope of this project is about semi-realistic designs, I decided to try for an outhouse. I play around with a few concepts, but I can't really get it to look right, and ultimately I decided this was a horrible idea and I'll never try anything like this again. Now, enjoy some shots of the final result of Link's house. Okay, guys, so there's a couple things I wanted to talk about before we go ahead and end the episode for this time. The first thing you'll notice, and you probably noticed it about 8 minutes ago, is the fact that we are on a different texture pack. We are on the Aetheris Ascended 32 by 32 HD texture pack, and so that gives everything a bit of a more rustic, slightly medieval feeling, which is what I want to go for this series. The other thing is, if we go over here, you'll see these stones. Now in the game, these are single stones, and you can pick them up and you can toss them after you get the power bracelet. And you're not going to be able to pick up and toss these in the game. First of all, because, well, the mechanic doesn't exist, but also, I mean, you could mine them, but you can't really toss them at people. So to me, it makes more sense to make them decorative, kind of boulders poking out of the ground here. Now, the last thing here is if we go inside, let me change my shaders. You'll notice that I'm using the SWC Ultra Depth of Field shader for the exteriors. And in the middle of this episode, I switched to the Rudo Plays shader for the interiors. I really like the warm look this gives me. Let me know what you think in the comments about whether I should adopt this texture style or maybe, a shader style, or maybe even a different shader style all around, even for the exteriors. So you'll notice that these are not pots. These are chests. That's because the only other kind of pot thing in the game is this little tiny thing. It does not hold items, and it's really tiny, and I didn't want a room full of them in all the dungeons and stuff. I mean, this just looks much better to me. And so that means that the item chests are going to be these bigger ones right here. And you'll see that everything looks really nice. I aged the floor up a bit so that it looks like Link's uncle may have patched the floor in a few places, and he needs to patch it in a couple others. And one of his patches is worn through right here. So, I'd also like to thank it's Fantastic Fox and Mr. Hemonik for keeping me company in the Twitch chat during a record 6-hour marathon. It was quite the show. If you guys want to follow me, go to twitch.tv/SWChrisMC, and that chicken was not in there earlier. And just hit the follow button. Also, please like this video. Subscribe to this channel to be notified of future time-lapse videos that will be released. But most importantly, please tell your friends about this series. That is how videos get popular, and that is how you will ensure that I will keep doing this all the way up until final release. I'm really looking for an audience, and I think this series is deserving of one. So that's going to be it for me. I thank you very much for watching. We will see you later. Auf Wiedersehen, arrivederci, hasta la vista, goodbye. These bows and arrows and items and stuff, and the leather armor and the gold armor, those are all free to take, so you can have those.
Might as well.
The picks are in this chest
each.
right here. Yeah, 1 diamond each. Looks like Zulus already got a sale, so that's cool. Yeah, and then you got a anvil over here, furnace, crafting table, and then an enchantment table in there. And then, so if you have any extra items that don't fit in the chest, just climb up there and throw them off the roof.
Up here?
Yeah. Yeah, so like extra items, just toss them like that.
Oh, I want those.
I actually need that. Oh, okay, I fell down. So around this end, if you fall down, there's a ladder over here.
Watch your step.
Yep. So you can go in. Let me go ahead and show you spawn. Okay. So it's back down this long hallway.
I hear ghast.
Yeah. They're known to happen.
He's just saying hi.
He just wants a hug. He just wants you to shake hands. They get annoyed if you can't shake all of them at the same time, which is why they shoot fireballs.